I think that's an interesting fight because it's kind of we haven't seen a lot from those guys. You know what I mean? They've all had pretty quick performances. So I mean, I know Volkan. I know he's a tough guy. So I'm pulling for him. But I think it'll be interesting. If it goes longer than a round, it's going to be an interesting fight. You know.
I've never met Smith. I like Volkan, but I think Smith's got this. He's a beast. Pretty much.
You know what? It's a great fight. Two guys that like to get after it. Two stylistic. You know, it's a good matchup for the fans. You know, Volkan's had the bigger fights against proven guys. You know, not taking anything away from Smith, but you can say Rashad was, you know, on his way out. Same with Shogun. So you know, I'm gonna have to go with Volkan. It's gonna be a great fight, though. I'm excited for both those guys.
I know that Smith guy, he just beat, they knock out Rashad Evans and beat Shogun, and yeah, so those two guys are maybe, I don't know, past it a wee bit, and so it'll be interesting to see now he's fighting a kind of young, hungry lion. Ozdemir's been at TriStar, I think, the last couple of weeks. I've not really got a chance to see him. I've been too busy training hard myself. So if I had to call it, I'll go with Ozdemir. I think he'll maybe get the win, but God knows.
I think Anthony Smith finishes him.
Yeah, what round?
His second round.
Smith, I would say, just based on he has more fights, more experienced, also has a knockout ability, knockout power. I just feel like he's been under that kind of pressure a little bit more, and based on experience, I think he can outsmart a little bit Volkan, you know. I like how he always keeps the hands up. He's, I think like he's a little bit more mature fighter at this point of his career, where Volkan still, don't get me wrong, Volkan can still put him out. He's still very, very dangerous. He has a heavy hand, but I think that that experience overall, seeing all the fights now and seeing how they both fight, I think that Anthony Smith is a little bit more patient, a little bit more trickier, you know, a little bit more seasoned veteran. So I think slight advantage. I would say 51% goes to him.
Man, both real cool guys, man. Got to know Anthony a little bit when I was coaching on the show with Stipe. He came up and helped out a little bit. And Volkan, I've been on a couple cards with him. Real nice guy, man. I mean, I don't know. It's gonna suck, man. I'm gonna have to have a really spectacular knockout to get knockout of the night, because I think one of those guys are going out because they both, you know, hit hard and finish fights quick. So I'm gonna have to do something good to get my extra 50K, which is always the plan. I don't know if I had to pick one. Shoot, I guess Anthony. I mean, he's got more of I think the different attacks. Volkan, I think, hits harder, but I think Anthony can hit you from different angles and move around a little bit more, hit you at the elbows, the knees, he's tall. I think Volkan probably hits harder, but I think Anthony probably has more ways to win.
Let's see, I hope it goes longer than a minute. You know, yeah, both these guys' track records, but of course I'm going with my man Volkan. You know, not only is he my teammate, my friend, but I'll put that aside and just go based off of skill. I think Volkan has the better skill out of those two. You know, Anthony's definitely a hard hitter, but I think Volkan has the, you know, better hands and flip movement, and he can get in and out quicker. So I see Volkan winning that.